All right. See if anybody jumps in here. See what we got. See what we got. It might be too early to be going live here. We'll see. If not, I'll jump back on later on tonight. I know it's midday. It's Friday. People are working. So if this doesn't work, then I will jump back on later. I'm actually looking at this. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's called Turo Car Rental. It's pretty cool. You can actually rent your vehicle out, and you set the price. You do it all. You set it all. So I'm looking into that because that's a pretty cool thing. You basically just put your information in, and then it bases it off your area and how much people that will rent your vehicle for, or if they want to go on a trip or whatever, they cover the insurance. I'm sure I don't know. I'm still looking into it. But it doesn't look like anybody's popping in here. It's 2:30. We'll give it a little bit more, and then probably jump off and see here. It's Friday, going into a 3-day weekend. President's Day is Monday, so it ought to be a good weekend. We'll see. Anyway, obviously a bad time to go live because I don't see anybody popping in here, so I think I'm going to check out. I'll give it one more minute. We'll see if anybody pops in here. Oh, there's one. Andy, how are you, man? Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining here. Looks like this is kind of a bad time to go live, I guess. Probably in the evening, probably the best time to go live, I guess. I don't know, but I definitely wanted to pop in here and have a quick Q&A. I'm looking at this Turo thing, looking to rent out. You can rent your vehicle out. It's pretty sick. Turo, Turo. So you can put all your information. You take pictures. You can set the price. Pretty good. Yeah, people are probably. Yeah, you're probably right, man. I'll probably hop off here shortly. Appreciate you joining, though, man. I'll probably, if nobody else pops in here, we'll probably go live a little bit later. I'll put a time up there. Probably more like 6 or 7 or 8 AZ time, which is Mountain Standard Time. Andy, how long you been watching, man? You true goon? I think I've seen your name in the comments, brother. From AZ. Andy. There's another one. So we got 2. Right on. Who else we got up in here? What do you guys think of? What do you think of the background? Tried to change it up a little bit. Had some feedback. Ronnie Wills, what's up, man? I don't think I pronounced the last name right. Ronnie, I know, man. I've been absent. Just I don't even have an excuse, brother. I don't even. Thanks, Andy. I appreciate that. I think the flag. I don't know. The flag obviously is not in the full view. We're getting ready to move out of this place, so I don't want to put in a whole crazy setup and then we have to take it right down. We're getting ready to move. But yeah, Ronnie, back to your question, man. I have been. Where the hell have I been? Shit, I can't even answer that. Crazy. I ended up having today off. Oh, okay, Willis. Got it. Let me make a new account. I have been absent from I'm trying to. How do you read these freaking comments here? How the hell do I read comments? I'll have to figure it out here. Yeah. So I've been absent, man. But like I said, I'm trying to do this car rental thing. It's called Turo, Turo. You pop your car, you put your car in there, you take pictures, you list it. For my vehicle, it's saying that I could rent it out for it said anywhere from $27 a day to $82 a day. It's a brand new vehicle. It's a crossover. It's a Rogue. I'm thinking more. I'm not doing $27 because they take, and you get anywhere from 65 to 85% of the, depending on what coverage you pick, because they cover the insurance. I don't know if you're, I'm sure you could have, you can do your, you can decline it and get the whole thing. Yeah, bro. Actually, you know what? My sister-in-law does it, and she's got a lot nicer vehicle than I do, but she made like $800. They took it for like 4 days to California. You set the mileage, so let's say you give them 300 miles a day. Anything over that, you can say, hey, it's going to be 65 cents a mile, 40 cents a mile, whatever you set it. They give you obviously an average, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing that because that's good money, and then they have to put a deposit down. So if they, F your shit up, then, you're keeping that deposit too. So kind of the way I have it set up right now is I take 70% of the proceeds. They give you like $1 million in coverage. They cover any kind of car insurance. I'm still trying to read it because I don't know. Stuff like that makes me iffy. I saw something on the news where BDS Trigger Man, what's happening today, brother? How you been, bro? I see you a lot. You and I watch a lot of the same channels. I know you. That's true goon squad right there. We got some goons in the house for real. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. Getting ready to get the hell out of this house. We got to move out. So that's never fun. But I was just telling everybody else in here. Yeah, finally got the live. I'm still trying to figure out these damn comments. But we'll get it figured out. And like I put a vote out there. I don't know if you guys saw it, but we're going to start going live every Friday. This is obviously not a good time, but at least we got some goons in here. So appreciate y'all joining. But yeah, getting back to that car rental, I think it's a good little deal. But I did see on the news that somebody took their car across the border to Mexico. Yeah, I don't know about them illegal activities, Ronnie. So that's what I'm looking into. I want somebody to rent my vehicle, then boom, hits a bank, and then I get blamed for it. Down Under. What's up, my man? Watching from Australia. Hell yeah. Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for that. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I know a lot of people say, take my content outside and where I go, but obviously I haven't done that yet. So, you guys shoot me things you guys want to hear, and I'll touch on it. I got some ideas coming up. Bubba Gump, what's happening? How are you, man? Original Goon Squad. Damian Vargas, what's happening? Winslow Yard. I've been up there several times. I used to work with Sergeant Riley up there. So yeah, I've been up there. I used to do a lot of recruitment activities up there. I don't know if anybody knows Sergeant Riley. I don't know if she's still up there. She's been around a long time. 20 plus years, 25 plus years. Yeah. So definitely I've been up there. Know some people that have actually been on that yard. As far as like a family member. Ronnie, have I ever seen anyone from the yard on the streets? Yeah, I have actually. That happens quite often. It hasn't happened to me lately because I've been out of corrections now I was just talking about this yesterday, probably about 2 years now. I left. Yeah, so I do see them. I do see inmates all the time. Prisoners, whatever we call them, convicts. Yeah, I do. And I run into them. But you know what, man? Like I was pretty firm, but I was fair and consistent, and I didn't run my mouth. I didn't talk shit where it needed to be. And I think I held myself to a pretty high standard as far as being respectful. And yeah, man, for sure, Damien. Hell yeah. But the interaction, I'd say, Ronnie, has been good for me. I think where I usually run into some of those guys or girl, I've run into both. It's usually like at a QT or Circle K is where I've ran into a lot, but QT seems to be the place. I've actually had a couple of hey Rice, man, because obviously we go by last name. Rice, what's up, brother? And you know right away, like, I don't remember every face, but there's some that I remember. There was actually one guy that was my porter for a long time. Didn't think he was going to get out. Ended up running into him at QT. We actually had a long conversation. So, yeah, for sure, Ronnie, for sure. I don't go out of my way to disrespect anybody because it really doesn't get you nowhere, man. Especially in the prison system, get your ass beat for sure. So, yeah, it's brutal. How did prison prepare someone coming home? So, Damien, the answer on that is I don't really think they do prepare you. Coming home after 18 years, you're pretty institutionalized. There's not a lot of reform. MT, what's up, my man? What's up? There's not a lot of reform in the prison system. So that's why I think we see a lot of times that, sorry, I'm getting thrown off by the comments here, that we see Happy Valentine's Day, Daddy. We get thrown off, fucking lost track. 18 years. They get institutionalized. They get out of prison. They might not have nowhere to go, no family, no support system. Whatever they were doing before, they get right back into that activity to maybe earn some income or whatever, and then they end right back up in prison. However, I've seen the opposite of that, but I don't honestly think prison reforms you. Yeah, I do, MT, for sure. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Yeah, but for real, man, Bluetooth for sure. Because I'm going to start going live Fridays. I put a vote out there. The vote so far is to be Fridays. So I'll start going later in the afternoon so everybody can check in and tune in. But I appreciate everybody, man. Got some goons in here, man. That's awesome. But yeah, 18 years is a long time down to get out and try to be productive in society, because everybody hates on you. And I know it for a fact that support, yeah, from family for sure. Programs a guy member. So yeah, there's a lot of programs out there. What Damien, if I might ask, where is this person getting released from? Because a lot of times that might just have been a flat sentence. I really don't know. I know you probably know, but they might just get out and maybe have no parole, or they might have to go to a halfway house. But I work with, now I work with, like, I know a lot of different substance abuse programs or just mentorship programs. I think the halfway houses, a lot of them are filled with dope and they're doing the same freaking thing. We actually have like a 90-day release center. MT, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, for sure. I don't know how do I wrench people, man? I gotta figure this out. Sorry, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And so I can throw some wrenches, so I can get some mods in here. I know BDS is modded up. I got to figure this out. But as we go, we'll get it figured out. Got 8 people in here, got 5 likes. So boom, there it is, 6. Appreciate it. Should be in the options. So let's see here. The hell is... Let's see. No, that's not it. What's up, Erica? You, dang, that's awesome that you're in here. I'm trying to frickin', where's the options at? Shit, rookie, man, rookie. Damn, I wish I could find those options. I have no idea where the hell that is. I'll have to find it. Should be under moderator. Let's see. So if I hit you, boom. All right, MT, you should be a moderator now. Let me know if that worked. Yeah, Big Bro comes home hopefully and looking for ideas to put. Yeah, you know what, Damien, hit me up, man. Hit me up, DM me on Instagram. I changed it. The name is Correctional Officer Stories, just like the YouTube channel. Hell yeah. Okay, now you got your rent, so hell yeah. Hit me up, man, and I'll give you some guidance on what to do there. So there's a lot of different programs out there. just depending on where he's coming or she's coming home from. So hit DM me on Correctional Officer Stories, or you can email me at rice1744@hotmail.com. And after we're done being live here, I'll drop that in the description. But yeah, man, that's a long time. So, you know, this person might be institutionalized. Who, I have no idea what the crime was. Is it an 18-year bid straight? So maybe, you know, it was a serious crime. But there's definitely ways to get out and stay good, doing good, stay positive, stay away from that activity. Because I've seen it, as everybody's been seeing it here. Yeah, are you comfortable revealing which way you lean politically? So I think I'd have to touch on that in another topic. The question was, am I comfortable revealing the way I lean politically? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It's a good question, though. So this must interest them too. Yeah, for sure, NT, for sure. Have you guys been watching K-Frog and J-Rock go at it? H-Town, what's up? Looks like James Harden with that beard. That's funny. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I follow both J-Rock. J-Rock's out here in AZ. Obviously, you know, if you guys watch K-Frog, he's in Florida, and they've been back and forth putting 5K, and I've seen some other channels, prison channels, get it involved. So I don't know. I don't know what the beef is, but it's really none of my business. I just thought I'd touch on it. K-Frog is on one. Yeah, that's what it seems like, man. It seems like, you know, I don't know. It seems like he started it, but then I don't know. So I was just catching up on it yesterday, and then I saw some videos put out this morning. Because I follow a lot of those guys. I watch a lot of those channels, man. I watch, obviously I started watching with Death. Had an opportunity to go on there, missed that opportunity. It was my fault completely. He gave me the opportunity. And then I had another opportunity. He was coming home late one night, and we just never made it happen. But I've been on Savage Studios a couple times, rock with him heavy. And then a guy just reached out to me that said he's an AB member, or did a lot of time here in AZ prison, and like to come on the show. So what do you guys think about that? You know, I'm trying to, I don't want to copy what everybody else does, but I was going to ask about this. That's why I asked people inside from the street, do you rock? Hey, how do I look at the messages? They disappear so quick. But I think it was, yeah, I like J-Rock. I'm not sure if I caught all that whole comment. Ronnie, if you want to, it's my bad, man. I'm rookie in it here. I'm trying to figure out how to get these dang comments. Oh, okay, now I got them. So let's see. Gonna ask why I asked my people inside from the street. Do you know J-Rock? Did you see him? So no, I don't know J-Rock. I never saw him. I think he did a lot of his time down in Florence, and then I think he was somewhere else in Tucson. So most of my time was as an officer was at Lewis, and then I was a sergeant for most of my time at the Perryville prison. I've worked down in Florence. I've done OT down there. And I've done a lot of testing at the Iman facility. I used to issue all the testing for the correctional officers coming in. Did you ever see him inside the prison? I don't think I did. He looks so familiar, though. He might have been at Lewis at a time, but I don't think I ever did. But I don't know. Yeah, I would agree with that, MT. It's like a YouTube war, you know what I mean? And that's something that probably will never happen, as far as like them going at it and, you know, I'll fly you here, I'll fly you there. You know what I mean? Like I said in my video earlier, like, take it off YouTube, put it on, just give a call to them and say, hey, listen, we make this happen or we don't. We video it or we don't. I don't know if it's a true beef, but yeah, it's like a YouTube war. Like, what the hell's going on? It seems like a lot of YouTube channels, prison channels, have turned into that, where they're getting at each other, and maybe the politics are starting to come in a little more heavy. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I don't know if it's even a good opinion, but I've seen a lot inside the facility, as a lot of you guys have too, and I don't know. It's just crazy. And when you get out, why continue that life? If you're promoting positivity, why are we still living that life? You know what I mean? Silly, but it started over trolls. Yeah, I think K Frog put out a video, right, about trolls. Did he mention J Rock? Yeah, they've got some big time subs. Down Under, would love to see you do some interviews. Cop with inmate would be great. Yes. So I was just mentioning, I think you might have heard, I'm going to have a guy, I would agree with the Too Much Pride. Gina Tanner, how are you? Man, these comments go back. Yeah, I would say that too. A lot of, they're doing it. I guess the word is clout. I guess they're doing it for the views. I don't know, man. It's like, I think it's that respect thing, or yep, totally agree. The positivity message totally goes in their back pocket, and now it's all over the freaking internet. And I'm sure I don't think Death will comment. I mean, he was really the one that I started watching way long time ago, when he was just really doing his cooking channels, his cooking thing. Gina, did K Frog call out J Rock? Or I know J Rock called out K Frog, and said, let's run it wherever. But, and as they say, let's run the fade. Okay, so that's what happened. So I don't know. I'm sure. I've tried to get at J Rock to have him on the channel. However, I don't know if he does the the ex-CEO. I don't know with the politics if he would allow me to come on my channel, because allow him to come on. He would have to come on my channel because of the politic thing, the correctional officer. Even though he's been blessed to run his channel, as he says, he's never gotten back to me. So K Frog did start it. So I'm gonna have to rewatch that video. But did he call him out? I didn't see where he called him out, and I don't even know why. Why would he call him out? I don't think J Rock's a troll. I don't think he trolls channels. I really don't think he's got time for that. I mean, he just had a baby. He's into the dog thing big time. He's super knowledgeable about that shit. So I don't know. I haven't followed K Frog enough to really know. The fight would bring more, but it's a shitty message. And the death was in the chats, but he was mostly saying, I'm here for the popcorn. Yeah, that's how Death is, man. He kind of just stays out of it. I don't know if you don't like him. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Like, I thought that J Rock had K Frog on his channel, but obviously not. He had what's his face on there from 1090 Jake's channel. This morning, Savage told K Frog he will take him up on. Yeah, I did see Savage say that. I did see Savage say that. I have a feeling Savage can get down. I have a feeling he's been in quite a few fights, but I don't know. It doesn't matter when you've got if it's 5-on-1, or there's a gun involved, or you get stabbed. Like, it don't matter. There's really no thing 1-on-1 anymore. When you go channels, promote your channel in their comments. Thanks, man. Good advice, MT. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of advice I need. I appreciate that, man. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate all you guys. You guys really do help me, and you guys are super positive. I don't really have, I guess, as you would say, the troll thing. I don't really have that problem. But I don't think I'd let it bother me. And there was a couple guys that were dropping some heat in my comments, but it don't bother me. Listen, like I've said before, I've seen a lot of shit in prison, so it is what it is. No, K Frog said I got 5 bands on the trolls. You get 100% more subs. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, how do I've reached out to a lot, like Badger. Badger, I'm going to be honest. Badger has called me. I reached out to him, OG Badger, and he's called me a lot, and I honestly haven't responded back, and I feel bad, and he's probably pissed. But I'd really like to get with OG Badger and either have him on or go on his channel. I've followed him for a long time. I've been a heavy hitter for a long time, as he calls him. So I need to get at him. So I'm going to start doing that, MT. I'm going to start dropping my info in these prison channels and then start doing some interviews. I think I'm going to have that AB guy on. If you look at one of my last videos, not the last one, but the time before that, there's a comment in there from him. And he's talking about, he was a longtime member and one of the heads. And I think he was up in Winslow. So we DM'd each other and, he's got it's like a Zoom app you download. And then I'll have him on. And we'll see what time it is. So I don't know. There was another guy that I was going to have on, but he had to, cover himself up and he didn't want to be seen. And I just never made contact. Listen, YouTube, people think YouTube is easy. Like, you really have to put the time into it to get the content out there. You do. And I don't have any excuses, but other than I'm just super busy with life. We get my grandson quite often, so I don't know. I'm not one to throw a bunch of excuses out there. I've just been slacking for real. But I appreciate everybody popping in here. I think that I need to start putting some better content out there. Sitting there watching me talk probably gets boring for a lot of you guys. I got a lot of stories. I don't know. I can put a lot of war stories out there. There's been a lot of Aerovacs off the yard, and Bonnie always getting on my ass about shaving. Frickin' Bonnie. I'll have to do a video with Bonnie. Bonnie and I work together, and boy, does she give me shit. But it's all in good fun. Like, Bonnie's a great person. She's helped me out a lot. So Bonnie, if you're still in here, I want you to know I do appreciate you. So maybe when I get back, my beard will be gone. She's always talking to me, talking shit to me, telling me to get rid of the damn beard. So she doesn't like it. Want to show his face. Damn, that might be a good interview. But then again, yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I didn't know. So if you look at my AB video, it's been a while ago. It got like 200, and there's a lot of comments on there. If you kind of scroll down the comments, him and I were going back and forth. A lot of people were calling him out. He caught some heat over that, saying that, he was part of that life, and then he's no longer part of that life. So, Ronnie, I probably will. I think I look like a damn baby face with it. No, it won't. You need a makeover. That's another thing. Bonnie's always on me about my dress, the way I dress. She either hates it 90% of the time, or she likes it. But she's given me some compliments lately. She didn't really say nothing yesterday. The outfit I had on, I had a pink shirt on. Yeah, real men wear pink, right? Straight fucking pink as hell. But yeah, Eric, are you still in here? I'll have to look. I've never read it. Yeah, you were, Bonnie. You were ignoring me all damn day. But you were busy, I think. Yesterday was just a weird day. A lot of shit going on. But I'm not back until next Wednesday, so I got a 5-day weekend. So it's going to be good. It'll probably fly by fast. Bonnie says I do this shit a lot. So I think when you have facial hair on your face, you're constantly touching it and shit. And I'm weird, like I'm OCD. I'm constantly washing my hands, and so probably I'll have to get rid of it here. But listen, I'm probably gonna jump off here. Yeah, she's pretty old school. As a matter of fact, her husband was in corrections for a long time. Down under Australia, man, that's crazy. That's crazy that you're in. What time it is in Australia right now? But getting back to Bonnie, her husband was in corrections for like 15 years, worked at Florence Complex for a long time. So I should probably have him on the channel because he's seen a lot. 15 years. So yeah, he's seen a lot of shit. He was actually at the Lewis Complex when we had a standoff. Longest stand to hostage situation in history. Prison history. Look it up. 2004. 15-day hostage situation in the tower at Mooring Unit. And it was a sex offender yard at the time. It wasn't even a GP yard. It was a sex offender yard. 2 inmates took over the tower. That's when all kinds of shit changed. Policies started coming in, regulations. The tower spline, you could walk right up to it. They ended up beating up 2 officers, took over their uniforms, and then just took the tower completely over. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to check that story out, 2004, Lewis Prison in Buckeye, Arizona, 15-day hostage standoff. You had the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, any type of law enforcement you can think of, they were there. It was a long ass 15 days. I mean, it was crazy like that. I mean, it made history. It's never happened ever. So maybe I'll do a video on that hostage situation. It was brutal. But yeah, hit that like button. So actually, we got 7 people and 7 likes. Hell yeah! Dang, 15 days. What's up with that story? I bet. Yeah. So you know what? I'll drop a story on that, and you know, let you guys know what happened with that. And the inmates were locked down for like 2 months after that. So for the whole 15 days, and then for 2 months, and we couldn't come on the yard. So we had to feed them. We were having to go behind the buildings because they were taking shots. The inmates from the tower, they were taking shots from the tower. So they had the AR up there. They were taking shots. They fired off the shotgun a couple times. And multiple times, snipers had Bonnie always giving me shit. Multiple times, the snipers had 8 a.m. Holy shit! In Australia, they had shots, and they were told not to take it on the inmates. Multiple times. That hostage situation could have ended much sooner than it did. However, it didn't. So you could hear the radio traffic saying, "I've got the shot. I've got the shot." But they wanted to make sure that both of them, they were going to get both of them, and they didn't end up doing it. Bonnie's husband was one of the snipers. He was on the tactical support unit. And the female officer who was up in the tower that day was raped for like 15 days straight. She was raped for 15 days. There was 2 officers up there. They ended up letting one of them go within like, I think it was like, I can't remember how long into the situation it was, but he ended up they let him go. And these inmates were negotiating, so they were bringing them beer, anything they wanted, beer, pizza, anything they freaking wanted, they got. Wazenhauer was one of the inmates' names. It just popped into my head. They were both doing long bids. They ended up moving out of state, and actually I think both of them are now back in Arizona, interstate compacted. That just happened a couple of years ago, so they brought them back. So they're on some big high time watch. But yeah, the female got raped for freaking 15 days straight. I think where sex offenders that took over. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was they had the uniform and everything, and as a matter of fact, one of the inmates looked just like an officer, like identical. You would have never known. And back in those days, the security was way more lax than it is now. I don't think that it would ever happen again. I would hope. But yeah, that female got like 13 million out of that, and she ended up going down to work for the director, and it was a big deal. Bubba, yep, no cardio. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think J-Rock, he said he has a ground game. I'm sure he does. Obviously, if you guys watch him, he broke his hand punching one of the bums doing heroin behind his house or something like that. But I think J-Rock's scrappy, man. I've seen a lot of scrappiness on the yard, and he looks like one of those that gets off quick. So I don't know. It'd probably be a pretty good fight. There's no such thing as member easy drop out, whatever you do. So drop out on your show. That's cool with it. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Bonnie, yeah, that's crazy. Your husband was out there. Who's this Bubba Gump guy, man? I've seen your comments. I've seen your comments in the frickin' in the in some of my videos, man. So listen, it is what it is, bro. I just don't understand the negativity, but that's how it has to be. Then that's how it has to be. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, Ronnie, do watch that for sure. I'll put it out there. I'll make sure that I have some names. I'll go back over the facts on that, so I'm not putting out wrong information. But hell yeah, it was a long 15 days, and finally they just gave up. The inmates just finally just gave up. And that officer was brand new. She was brand new. She was graveyard officer. Brand freaking new. She had no time under her belt at all whatsoever. She had no time. She had been in. I'm going to have to do the research because I don't remember, but I'll put some more information on that. I didn't get that last one either. What do you mean, Ronnie? So yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy time. There's a lot of crazy shit that goes on in the facility, though. Especially in the female, man. The female, they do more. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see it, but it was retracted. Somebody got it out of there. Appreciate whoever did that. Ronnie, I'll throw you a wrench here. I have to figure this shit out. But yeah, I'll have to go back and look at what the comment was. It was something fucking dumb or something. Who knows? But there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on in the Thanks, BDS. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you regulating in here, man. That's what I'm talking about. Just regulate. Appreciate you. However, I knew you would, though. Loyal goon right there. But yeah, I should have told that story already. I don't know why I didn't. It's history, man. It's history. But yeah, in the female facilities, you see a lot of crazy shit. You see more. Thanks, my man. I appreciate it. I know you got me for sure. You see a lot of crazy shit. I don't know, but you see a lot of cutting. Like I was just talking about the other day. I was by myself on swing shift. I was a sergeant, and every time I was by myself, the yard seemed to pop off. I had a fight on the main yard, and so that we had main yard and then A building and B building. So we only had 2 buildings on the yard. So we had about 500 inmates. I was talking about J-Rock knocking Junkie out on. Would like to see. Yeah, me too. I don't know if you filmed it or not. So I had a fight on the main yard. I had an inmate that sliced her arms completely up on B yard, and she was squirting everywhere. I mean, completely sliced her arms up. We had an inmate having a seizure on A yard, and then up in visitation, the visitation porter got into it with one of the officers. So we had like 4 incidents going on at the same time. I was short-staffed. The main priority was to get that inmate's bleeding stopped. I mean, she literally was like turning blue. The fight, we ended up getting the inmates separated. They were sprayed, separated. I had to get medical to watch them. I literally had no staff. I had to call medical over from another yard to handle the seizure. And then the inmate ended up slapping the officer up in visitation. It was a freaking nightmare. Never did I have to deal with shit like that over at Lewis. The men are much different. Like you're more fights, and yeah, you're going to see the more weapons and drugs, but man, it was crazy. It was a crazy day. That paperwork took me forever. Because people don't realize, like, once that happens, that inmate that was cutting herself had to go straight out 911. So that we had to have the fire truck and the ambo come on. Holy crap, about shit, did that. Yeah, she cut the shit out of her arm. Literally, man, we had towels on her and it was leaking through the towels. Like, I was like, shit, she dies on this yard, we're all done. Like, we're all terminated. We have to get her off this yard and into the hospital before she dies. And it was dead of summer. We were cramping because we were kneeling. I was just radio trafficking the other incidents, just hoping that they had this shit under control because I didn't want this inmate to die. It seemed like it took 20 minutes for the fire department to get there, which they were right around the corner. Probably didn't take that long. They get to the yard. We try to stand up because we're kneeling down. I was on one side, another officer was on the other. We're both holding pressure on our arms with towels. We try to stand up and we're just like stuck there because we're so dehydrated from sitting there sweating our ass off. And she's turning fucking blue, and she's talking like, you know, tell my mom I love her, like she's going into that kind of shit. I'm like, God damn. The fire department gets there and they're just standing there. I'm like, are you fucking gonna get in here and help, or what the hell's going on here? Like, you guys are the medics. They ended up getting her off the yard. But, you know, that fight happened. Do people poop on the streets where you work? I don't know what you mean by that. But, you know, that fight happened. I had to send those inmates to detention, so that's paperwork. The inmate that had a seizure, she had to go to our medical unit. It wasn't something that she was going to go to the hospital for. And then the inmate up in visitation who slapped our visitation officer, she had to go to detention. So that's a lot of paperwork. Those inmates had to get off the yard. And then while I'm doing that paperwork, 8 o'clock count time comes. Here's 8:30. Everybody's locked down. I'm like, you know, I leave at 10 o'clock, trying to get the paperwork knocked out, knowing that it's probably going to have to either wait until the morning or I'm going to have to stay late. But I'm almost done, right? Because this happened right in the middle of shift, right in about 4:30. And then boom, officer calls me at 8:30, and you know that's never good when you get a call from a bubble. A control room officer says, "Hey man, I was right when I was finishing the count. Inmate told me that her cellie forced herself on her. So basically, PREA, Prison Rape Elimination Act. Fuck, I'm like, here we go. Can this day get any worse? So you have to initiate an incident command system, ICS, go under ICS. You got to pull the inmates out, make sure they don't brush their teeth, wash their hands, contaminate anything. They got to keep their clothing on. You got to interview them. You got to get psych on the phone. It was a fucking mess. And that's, I wouldn't say a normal day, but that's pretty much what you deal with in prison because, you know, imagine yourself locked up for, you don't have any freedom and you're going crazy. And at Perryville, the cell settings, it's an outside setting, and they have like swamp coolers in the room, so it's hot as shit. The temperature gets to like 96 degrees. Yeah, who is this William guy? What the hell are you talking about, William? Do they poop on the streets? The fuck does that mean? Man, people are crazy. But yeah, so it's a nightmare. You see some shit. So Bonnie's husband, obviously after 15 years, you know, took a toll on him, and I think he moved on. However, I think he's trying to get back in, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen or not. We'll see. You know, there's some other opportunities for him too. So you got to really think about, do I really want to go back to corrections? Now with, you know, you can be you used to have to be 21 to be able to work in corrections and earn your badge when you go to the academy. Now it's 18. So I know at 18, I wasn't mature at all, nor at 21, but maybe a little bit more. But 18 years old, you're in there as an officer trying to tell somebody what to do or how to do it, and nightmare. I didn't have to deal with that. When I was a recruiter, when I left the yard and went to be a recruiter, 18 had just come into effect, and they could only work control rooms at the time. They could not earn a badge. They were trainees. So I missed the comment. Something about a punk ass something. Anyways, so 18, yeah, you're not. I need to figure out how to get these fucking comments so I can see them. You're talking about a dropout. 18 is too young. They don't know what they're getting. You're right. They don't know what they're getting into. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. I don't know, Ronnie. It looks like he came back in under a different name. So BDS, if you're still in here, block that motherfucker. As a matter of fact, let me see here. ROTC Bear, that's homeboy right there. Let's see. BDS, you still up in here? Ronnie, there you are. Ronnie, you got a wrench? Bonnie, you in here? I'm gonna give you a wrench too. So you can moderate, so you can block these fucking clowns here. Bonnie, you should be blue now with the wrench, so you can monitor these comments and just get rid of them. Give me a chance to read them before you delete them or time them out or however that works. I guess I can go back and read them no matter what, actually. So never mind. Do what you got to do. Yeah, regulate in this, just regulate. If it's any kind of bullshit, get rid of it. Yeah, Bonnie, you're a mod. BDS, you got rid of them. Thank you. I appreciate that. So Bonnie, what that means is you can, you got like power like I do. I guess you can, any negative type bullshit comment, you can delete it, time them out. BDS is all over that shit. So yeah, I appreciate that, because as we go here, I'm sure we'll have a lot of freaking funny block me, quit it. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to pop out of here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I may go live again tonight. Ronnie, you'd get a kick out of Bonnie, bro. She's crazy. Cool though, cool as fuck, but crazy. She knows her shit though. But yeah, I'm gonna pop out of here. I appreciate all you guys. Bonnie's Goon Squad now. Bonnie's Goon Squad for sure. So Bonnie, hey, get with your husband and see if he wants to come on the channel. We'll have him on. Talk about his 15 years experience. You know, there's a lot of stories there, right? But anyways, y'all, I'm about to dip out of here. I appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend. Have a great Monday holiday off. And if I don't talk to you before then, have a good one. Peace.